committee of the whole meeting to order. I'm sorry, the special committee of the whole meeting to order. The date is May 3rd, 2022. It is 5:32 p.m. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Brady.
Here.
Trustee Brennan.
Here.
Trustee Galante.
Here.
Trustee Mahoney.
Present.
Trustee Mueller.
Here.
Trustee Sullivan.
Here.
President Klotz.
Present.
Very good, we have a quorum. Item number 3, consider approval of the minutes of the committee of the whole meeting held on April 19th, 2022. Is there such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Trustee Sullivan. Is
I'll
there a
second.
second? Thank you, Trustee Mahoney. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Very good. Motion carries. Item number 4, consider the Fourth Amendment to T-Mobile Sprint Ground Project Cell Tower, 7850 183rd Street. John?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Yep.
As you're all aware, there is a cell tower that's placed adjacent to the police station. It's been there since 1998. Over the years, we've amended the lease agreement to include additional pieces of equipment that are at the ground level. This Fourth Amendment is asking for additional square footage to allow for another section of equipment. They will extend their fence as required by our request with Public Works. The monthly rent will increase to $450 a month, asking for committee and board approval to amend the lease agreement.
Very good. Thank you, John. My only question is that it says improved cellular service for Verizon Wireless. T-Mobile Sprint.
Yeah, it's a interesting description of the lease agreement. So there's STC2 is the property management, there's a lease agreement management, and then there's the Verizon Wireless cellular service that is housed on the tower.
Oh, okay.
But we have worked diligently with the legal team to get all of this clarified and approved, so.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was a typo.
There's multiple parties that are part of this agreement.
Okay. Very good. Any questions from the committee? None? See none? Is there a motion to move this item to the village board?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Trustee Mahoney. Thank you, Trustee Brady. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Roll call for item 4. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Very good. Motion carries. Item number 5, consider a contract for the Greenway Boulevard water meter vault improvements with Steve Speece Construction. John?
All right, thank you. Due to the widening of 80th Avenue, anywhere from just south of 191st to about 179th, 180th Timber Drive area, the current location of the meter vault that feeds New Lenox and Mokina, their supply of water, is going to essentially be in the way of the widening. So we had to relocate it. Optimal location was decided to be at Greenway Boulevard, just outside the driveway to the New Lenox meter house. We went out to bid for that, and as you see, Steve Speece Construction was the low bidder. It fell within our engineering estimate, so we're looking for committee and board approval for this contract.
Very good. Thank you, John. Any questions from the board? None? None? Is there a motion to move item number 5 to the village board?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Trustee Mahoney. Is
I'll
there a second?
second.
Thank you, Trustee Sullivan. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Roll call for item 5. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Very good. Motion carries. Item number 6, consider Public Works Fleet Vehicle Police Interceptor Hybrid Upgrade. John?
Yes, sir. All right, so this annual purchase of police interceptors for the fleet was placed, an order was placed with our local vendor. At the time of, we were getting ready to outfit the vehicles with the lights and sirens. We realized that the vehicles were inadvertently sent with the hybrid upgrade package. Not have to delay the receipt of these vehicles any further. We looked into the potential of the upgrade cost for the hybrids, and with Ford and Sutton Ford, admitting to the mistake, they were willing to give us the approximately $4,000 upgrade cost per vehicle to us at no charge. We have reached out to multiple other agencies that are utilizing the hybrid vehicle as an interceptor purpose with nothing but positive statements about them. So it is our intent to keep the vehicles as sent to us and essentially look at these for a potential for affording a future green fleet in the police department from this point forward, based on how these vehicles do for us in the, the public here. So essentially, it's a point of conversation. We don't need any action, just looking to make the board aware of, the decision that the staff is recommending to keep the vehicles as received.
Very good. Thank you, John. My only question, you've already answered, it was about the performance, so that was the only thing that I had.
Performance, it is gasoline over electric. It's not a 100% electric vehicle, but it is, again, every agency we've reached out to has given us glowing reviews on the change in utilizing them, and obviously being a greener, more eco-friendly vehicle.
Right, very good. Thank you, John. Any other questions? Looks like Mr. Brady. Go ahead, Mr. Brady.
How many vehicles are we talking about?
9.
9 of them, oh, okay.
So essentially, we got $36,000. Actually, it was, I think the math here is somewhere upwards of $51,000 in free money from the dealership from a mistaken order.
Very good.
Excellent, thank you.
Any other questions? Go ahead, Dane.
Are we gonna start maybe moving towards having charging stations for electric vehicles within the village?
These vehicles don't require charging stations. Again, they're gasoline over electric, so.
So they recharge, just,
So the gasoline motor essentially charges the battery on board.
okay.
Any other questions? Go ahead, Mr. Miller.
John, is there any change to the maintenance, or are we equipped to do the maintenance for these?
So that, again, with before we were willing to sign to the agreement that we were gonna take these vehicles on board, I had our head mechanic reach out to the dealership and have them afford us free training for the difference
Awesome.
in vehicles, and they were also affording that to us.
Sounds great. Thank you, John.
Very good. Any other questions? Colleen, you had something on the tip of your tongue.
No, I'm good. I love the idea.
Very good. Mr. Mayor, anything?
All good, thank you.
All right. So you don't need anything on this one? John, you don't need any direction, or you just?
Nope, it was
okay.
just a point of a conversation.
Very good. Thank you, John. Item number 7, consider a contract for landscape planners and beautification service for, with City Escape Garden and Design LLC.
All right. This is a new bid for the landscape planners and beautification, which includes all of the planners in the area. We have approximately 70 planners and 140 hanging baskets that we see in the downtown and close proximate areas. We only had one bidder on this project, which was City Escape Garden Design. We reached out for the references and have some engineers that have dealt with them in other communities with positive comments. So we are looking for the year 1 of 3 contract to be approved by committee and board for the amount of $215,702.
Very good. Thank you, John. Any questions from the board?
Who did it last year?
Ted's Greenhouse.
Ted's. And
I
they
was-
didn't want to do it this year, obviously?
And I was surprised they didn't bid, so I don't know if they're getting away from it or what the reason for not bidding this year was.
I was surprised to not see them as well. It's, okay. Very good. Any other questions? There are none. Is there a motion to move item number 7 to the village board?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, trustee Mahoney.
I'll second.
Thank you, trustee Brady. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Roll call for item 7, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes,
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Very good. Motion carries. Item number 8. Consider amending Chapter 54 of Title 5 regarding responsible bidder requirements on public works projects. John?
Thank you. With the coordination of our Labor Commission, conversation was had that our current RBO requires the active program, or actively participating in a apprenticeship program. It has been found that there are some fly-by-night companies that are affording this certification. You can sign up online, pay a small fee, and you're pretty much dubbed as part of an apprenticeship program, which is not affording what a true apprenticeship program should give to our skilled labor. So it was a recommended adjustment that to follow the amendment, you would be part of an apprenticeship program that has graduated 5 students in each of the last 5 years to prove that it is actually an active apprenticeship program. So that is the only amendment we're looking for to the RBO in this change.
Very good. Thank you, John. Any questions from anyone on the board? None? Very good. There's such a motion to move item number 8 to the village board.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, trustee Sullivan. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, trustee Mahoney. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Roll call for item 8, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Very good. Motion carries. Item number 9. Consider amending Title III, Chapter 30, Section 40 of the Tinley Park Municipal Code entitled Standing Committees. Where's Kristen at? You taking that or no? Pat, you taking it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
We've did a reorganization of the committees that we got in the packet, and we're just asking for move this to the board for approval.
Very good. Is there any questions from the village board?
I have some.
Go ahead, trustee Galante.
So, I mean, there's a lot of, we're changing, this is a pretty big change. You're removing the verbiage, which is the oversight of these committees. So, right now, the structure of the board is that we are, for committees, we are the oversight of the village. So we're gonna remove that. I'm really concerned of who will have then the oversight. Who are we giving the oversight
Still
to?
the oversight since you're gonna be voting on things.
But you're taking away the committee structure?
No, we're not taking any structure away. We just took that word out,
The oversight.
the oversight. But
So there-
you'll still have the ability to make changes versus with a vote.
But we'll have no committee input. We'll have, I mean, we're not gonna work as a committee for the long term. I mean, what I like about the committee structure, it's a long-term vision of this village and not just, we're jumping over maybe what a couple, board members come up for 4 years and make a major change. These committees look at the big picture of everything. And right now, and I guess forever, they've had that oversight. We're taking that away. This is a big change. I just want to make sure we're all aware of this. This isn't just we're cleaning up some verbiage. This is a pretty big change.
So we got together and it's set up as a team, so it's more of a collaborative effort with everybody involved. And again, you still have oversight when you make the vote on anything that's with the committee or board action.
And how long has this been in place?
Oh, it's not in place.
No, how long has it been in place that we've had, that this village runs with the oversight of the board and committee structure? And that we're changing now?
Whatever the ordinance says right now, I guess was the last time that they.
You're not changing, if I can, Pat, you're not changing. Can you explain that one more time,
Well,
Diane, what you say?
I'm
is
looking
what
at for
village
the
is doing?
document, I don't see it, must be in the village packet. Let me pull it up. I mean, I'm not sure I want to talk about it at the village board meeting, but, I mean, that you're changing this ordinance is that now we're working together. We're no longer have that oversight. I'm concerned of where else now is the board show that they have the oversight? Because you're taking that out. I mean, I don't know if you can call that up, the document, it's not in this
You do have
packet.
oversight. Whoever is on each committee, that will be their committee that they will participate in with their department head.
I understand
There's
that,
not, nothing's changed. Every single word in all of the committees is exactly the same, except instead of making it seem like board members are overstaffed, they're participating with them. They're working with them as a team. And so to use the word, what's the word? Instead of oversee, it gives the impression that employees are beneath board members. We're not. We're all equal. We're all working on everything together. And so what they decided to do is use the word participate. So that it shows to everyone that we're working together as one unit, not separate entities where one individual is over another. Every single word in all those committee structures that you're saying is changed is not true. The only word that's changing is the word oversee and participate.
That's a big.
That's it.
Okay, that's a pretty big change. I mean, I hope,
Not really, but-
just so people should understand that. It's a pretty big change that the board is no longer gonna, we're just gonna be participating, we're no longer gonna be overseeing.
Whoever's committee is will still be the liaison. So if they have a question, they will still, Steve Klotz would contact Bill Brennan. HR would contact Mr. Brady. It's still the same thing.
So why are
you're-
we
you're-
making this change? Just for the,
I already explained it, so I'm done, Bill. Thanks.
okay.
Any other questions from the board? There none. Is there a motion to move item number 9 to the village board meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you,
I'll
trustee Mills.
second.
Is there a second? Thank you, trustee Mahoney. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Roll call for item 9, trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
No,
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Very good. Motion carries. Item number 10, discuss village space needs.
I'll take that.
Go ahead, Pat.
Briefly, what we've been doing the last few months is trying to look at the various issues that we have as it relates to village space. We have Public Works that has various space issues, Police Department, Village Hall. We need to address those in the near future. So we've gotten together just to start trying to prioritize how we can, do any modifications to any existing buildings, B, new construction, and C, try to potentially get a consultant on board to, again, look at where our shortfalls are. But we are in dire need. The village has grown, and we need space. And the priority is definitely Public Works, Police Department needs it, and also Village Hall. So we're just to inform the board that we're gonna continue looking at that and try to come up with some solutions.
Can I comment, Bill?
Very good. Yeah, Mr. Mayor.
So part of that, as well as I support staff in this, so a lot of it is, if anyone's ever been, first point is if you've ever been to Public Works, you can see, John's superintendents are literally in a coat closet, right? They have a desk and all their papers are all surrounded around them. They don't have any room to do anything. The other part is the Village Hall. We're talking about it, looking at hiring another employee, and they're all going back and forth figuring out where do we put them because we don't have any office space left. And so part of the discussion that I had with them is I think HR should be kind of separated from some of the staff because they have their own confidential information. I think the wing, if we extend, should have HR in it. And if we do, I also think that HR should have their own storage closet that, for employees' personnel files that only, I think 5 people would have access to it. One being one individual designated from John Urbanski for Public Works, Hannah, Pat, and our HR director and her assistant. And in this way, it'll be separated from the files because they're not separated now. And so it's more for securing the employees' information. And if we build it out from scratch, it would give HR input to determine how it should be shelved, how it should be stacked, and keep their information private from other departments, which it should be. That's why they're HR. And so that would, the discussion is possibly extend out that way, depending on the soil samples, how they come back. And then, once they determine what the land is like, the quality of the soils beneath the grass, then they'll determine which direction to go, how many square footage, and then how many people they could fit in there, because we all know we're expanding, right? And especially with Public Works too, we'd like to look at that because it's ridiculous on how they work. They couldn't even have a meeting in their office. Public Works couldn't have a meeting in their own office if they tried to with people. And so it's just a discussion for them to go out. First, they gotta check the soils, because until you check the soils, you have no idea if it's even possible. It may not even be possible to build out there. So if that's the case, then you would have to have the discussion, would it be better to maybe even have some type of central campus and maybe move it elsewhere? The first step and the cheapest step is to determine what the ground's like outside of John Urbanski's superintendent's and out that back wing of Village Hall.
Very good. Very good. Any questions? No questions? We're in the space? Okay. You don't need any action on this one, all right, so, very good. Item number 11, receive comments from the public. Is there anyone that would like to address the committee of the whole? There are none. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, trustee Sullivan. Thank you, trustee Brady. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Very good. We are adjourned at 5:53 PM.